This is the first set that I created with my Polyvore blog, called Clothes for Those Who Oppose. And this is how it's written. It's got the hyphens between the words, because it won't just take the words the way they were. It wouldn't take spaces, I think is what it was. So I created this blog. I had a few Polyvore blogs before that, and I kind of just, I didn't really know that much about the internet before a few years ago, actually. There's a lot I still don't know about the internet. So, I mean, I don't know when it went, and I'm not really sure when it was I found Polyvore. I think I had read about it in a magazine and sort of found it. It's fun. I mean, you can create outfits and publish outfits, and so it's this. So and there's one that's with this one. Here it is. This is like one of the outfits I created. That one's from a year ago. So this is the code policy that I wrote with Polyvore, and I think that Polyvore or somebody whoever it is that does these sort of counts of views and that sort of thing, I think they probably control it, and also in terms of the people who have like overall views and that sort of thing. I think those numbers are probably controlled by other people, because I don't. So this is what the code says. The code policy says. I do try not to pay too much attention to the names and that sort of thing, and yet I can't quite help it. I mean, I try to stay away from the things that would be most obviously, offensive, or seeming like I'm trying to be degrading, which is, offensive and that sort of thing, or just, I have mostly tried to do that, and if I haven't, I think the sarcasm shows in the things that I say and that sort of thing. Oh my God, I actually bought a pair of high-heeled shoes a few months ago, and I was in so much pain and I can't wear them. So, I actually did try. I think this is from like a year ago. I think maybe a little bit more than a year ago. But I just couldn't wear them. So in fact, yes, my warning about high-heeled shoes. I have now actually tried a pair of high-heeled shoes. I've worn them before, but not really all that much. And I clomped around wearing them, and they were just. It was by the end of that night, I thought I wasn't even going to be able to walk anymore. It was unbelievable. It was horrible. And I've actually even had some knee problems since. So I don't think high-heeled shoes are for me. Anyway. Yeah, so it's unfortunate, there's so much that's happened because of the conglomerate, and these colors have, taken on so many meanings and that sort of thing. And I am, not quite fearless enough to I'm not quite fearless enough to do everything I said I was going to do in these, when I wrote about this, because I just, it's too frightening. It's too frightening, and it's too frightening. The conglomerate, everything the conglomerate wants to do, So this dress, it's not really quite pink. I had wanted to I had wanted to just choose something that, how many times can you just use colors, these neutral colors, basically, at least as far as clothing is concerned, white, black. And then silver is sort of the, the non-gold color, but I mean, really, how many interesting outfits can you really create using only just a few colors all the time, blue, at the time. So I chose, it's not really quite pink, and there's a few other sets that have like a little, some things in them like that, but mostly I just have not really even been fearless enough to just sort of use color in a normal way, because the conglomerate is so dangerous, and the things it wants to do are so dangerous. But sometimes, yeah, this dress is so beautiful, right? This is a set I decided I should create for Katy Perry. Sometimes I don't really know what to do, because I really am lied about a lot. I haven't stolen anyone's boyfriend. I haven't even tried to do that. I don't know I wouldn't do that. What a terrible thing to do to someone. But then sometimes I don't really know what to do. Last night, I was several weeks ago that I had uploaded some John Mayer songs to my computer, but I hadn't actually uploaded them to the thing I used to listen to them with, right? And then last night I decided I was kind of tired of my music kind of being all in the same order that I've been in for such a long time since I first got it. I think I used to listen to it with, and I just and there were a lot of songs. There actually was quite a lot of music on my computer that I had uploaded and never actually transferred. So I did that. I sort of just did that all last night, and there, John Mayer is a good musician. he's a good singer. What can I say? But I kind of was getting the feeling, and I don't want to be doing this all the time. I don't want to be explaining all the time. I don't want to have to be reassuring people, you know, about this and about that. I really don't want people hacking my computer. I don't want them doing that. I want privacy. I don't want them to hack my phone. I want them to hack my computer. I don't want them to, you know, speculate about what it is that I'm looking at and what it is that I, you know, upload to my computer or whatever it is I do. You know, it's not right to do that to me. You know, and I can't. It's really important to have boundaries. Really important to have boundaries, right? I mean, if I have something to say, I'll say it. I do. I say what I have to say all the time. The conglomerate hates me for it. Not only does the conglomerate hate me for telling the truth, it's constantly accusing me of lying. Right? I mean, it's like, oh, you know, it's like, well, look, you know, it attacks me for telling the truth, and it also says that I'm lying. You know, I mean, you can't. It's just like I can't win, really. So, but I thought because you know, I think Katy Perry and John Mayer are in love. I think they're in love. I think, you know, I think they are. And I think that has something to do with really how awful all that has been in regard to me. So I thought I just so that there wasn't, you know, it's the whole thing didn't just sort of, you know, just like get really awful again. Although, you know, they're pretty awful. They're pretty awful. Everybody in the glamour is pretty awful. But the thing is, you know, if people are not feeling like their relationship is, you know, going to be disrupted in some way, I feel like, you know, they're happier, and not only, you know, it's nice to be able to help out other people when you're able to do it, but also, you know, if they're sitting there thinking I love you to each other, they're going to be less sitting there thinking I hate Lena, I'm going to hurt Lena. You know, I think it's also, you know, to protect myself that I have a reason to say stuff like this. But I saw this outfit. So let's see. If you click, I haven't published it yet. If you click on it, it'll show the name. But the dress is too beautiful to allow the name to be a problem. And you know, it may be that Alexander McQueen is no longer alive. He died in 2010. But he really was a good designer, and I mean, you can see his influence is obviously still there. I mean, he still has the clothing line is still there. You know, and obviously they're not being very nice. Whoever created this dress was probably thinking about me, you know, and they're not being very nice about it, right? And yet it's a beautiful dress. So I saw the dress and I was like, oh, just that dress is too beautiful not to create a set for. And then, you know, the shoes are pretty innocuous. You know, this is what I just couldn't even do the flat shoes. You know, to say they're just to look at, because people, she wears high-heeled shoes. And then this, I wasn't sure. I mean, the earrings themselves are so beautiful too, and the color is obviously, I mean, this would be my trying to do what I said I was going to do when I wrote the code policy for Polyvore, which is to not pay too much attention to color. You know, just at least for Polyvore, for publishing that kind of thing. You know, look how beautiful they are, and they're so perfect with this dress. You know, it doesn't mean I support the conglomerate. It doesn't mean I think anything conglomerate is doing is all right. I just, you know, I feel like what am I going to do if, you know, they're having a moment of insecurity or not being sure about the relationship just because I uploaded some stuff from my computer last night, you know?